thing was never in my mind somehow. So I reacted very unnaturally to common musicians, let's say.
Yeah. You didn't want to do the commercial. You didn't want to do the
Yeah,
commercial aspect, more kind of cosmic and out of space, like you mentioned, kind of connections.
and want to live in the music, and only this in the events, making live music together with people, and yeah, to fly away, and this things like that.
And then later on, you formed, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Augustern with Gene Cross, right?
Augenstern, Gene
Yeah.
Gross, yeah.
How you pronounce it?
Augenstern,
Oh, wait, always okay. Yeah. Oh,
Augenstern, yeah.
yeah. That was you guys did have success with that, right?
Fun?
You guys have success. You guys did well with the band, right?
Yeah. This was it was amazing for Gene Gross. Actually, he played in Scarecrow as well, and when I moved from Berlin to Freiburg later, he followed me to Freiburg and to form this electronic duo. But it took us years and years, about, let's say, 8 years to make our first concert then or so. For sure, in those days, what was a bit more complicated to do electronic music concerts.
Yeah.
You would have to move all the synthesizers, which were not really in tune. We didn't have so much synthesizers, so many self-built stuff. I built it myself in that days. I learned how to handle electronics, and to handle solder iron. So
Oh wow.
I built some of the stuff my own, and I just had this mini Moog those days, and all around it self-built stuff, and Augenstern. So we had 8 years. We didn't, and then we put out a cassette, and it worked somehow. People loved it.
Yeah.
Especially in new age situations and esoteric workshops, and so they love this music. For I said, okay, yeah, that's a compromise somehow. For anyway, I love to do space music, but I don't do meditation music. Why, But, somehow it was easier more to see it's good, when people listen and play your music. So, and then we had this like a tour with and we had concerts, and we made another tape, and then at least we had this coming all the tapes out on CD, and some really. What I regret very much is we have a whole record recorded, so much nice Augenstern music. I love this very much. When you hear my music, all of this these special groups, Augenstern is very special for it. It has a very nicely heartly effect. It's sweet music somehow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very special things, You don't have to fear anything. What I often feel in my music, that it's very dangerous somehow, sometimes, but not for Augenstern. This was only, and this is mostly of my friend Günther, which is retired now since 10 years.
And then Edgar Froese, did he call you back? Did he say, man, this guy did well with Ra Tempel, then he formed his own group? He didn't want you back with Tangerine Dream, or you never talked to him anymore after that? Or?
Edgar?
Yeah, with Edgar, yeah. He didn't want to bring you back to Tangerine Dream?
No.
No.
I don't think so. I heard some, I met him very, in the 70s, I met his group when he was with Steve Schroyder and Robbie and Krieger on drums. You know that days?
Yeah, yeah.
That
I don't know
must be
who.
around 76, 78 or something like this.
Yeah,
Krieger on drums and Steve Joliffe on flute, voice and keyboards. Yeah, it was strange for me in Alpha Centauri drums were cancelled. That was the last time when Christopher Franke played drums
yeah,
on Alpha Centauri. Afterwards, he just played synthesizer. And now in 78, there are drums back in Tangerine Dream.
yeah, yeah.
I was thinking, wow, what's that? And Edgar staying in front of a crowd of very young people like a pop star, They said, wow, what's Tangerine Dream? And then backstage, Edgar said me, oh, wow, what do you think about it?
Yeah.
I thought, wow, yeah, it's good, I like it.
Yeah, yeah. Are you still in touch with Christopher for Christopher Franke or no? No.
No, I never been in touch with Christopher. I think he's very hard to keep in touch with. For he's somebody how far away in Los Angeles, and
Yeah, he's in Los Angeles. Yeah, I'm trying to find him. Yeah, I cannot find him.
no, I think it's impossible. He's not very communicative people,
Yeah, yeah,
and it wasn't like Edgar. For Edgar, is very friendly and
yeah, yeah,
always available. Let's say, but
yeah,
Christopher never was available for something,
yeah. And also
Very,
Peter Baumann. To Peter Baumann, it's difficult to find him.
yeah, for sure.
He formed different record labels and private music and
Yeah,
all that stuff, and he became famous, and he closed the communication to everybody.
yeah, it's like Christopher. Yeah, that's like they did. I
Yeah,
don't know why, but yeah, it's a sign.
yeah.
So
And then later on in your life, right? You founded the Star Sound Orchestra.
yeah,
That's very interesting stuff. I don't have any album, but I was listening to some of the tracks on Spotify and YouTube. It's very good stuff. Very different, but very good.
yeah. This is very big from ambient music to
Yeah,
psychedelic trance. It's very far. What we did in music, Star Sounds Orchestra. Yeah, it derives from a meeting with Hans Kusto, who's the main head around the cosmic octave. The things to. All the years I was looking for something like a bass note for doing cosmic music, which is somehow related physically with space, and Cousteau, he gave me the first expression for doing that in the way he accounted the rhythms of the planet by their period surrounding the sun,
yeah,
which is a movement you can translate to a note and to a rhythm. And so he said, wow, this planet has this frequency and this rhythm, this planet this one, the Earth this one. So there are all relationship between physical movements in space and music. So this gave me a big security in a way to doing that music. Now I don't have to imagine now which note I take. I just say, okay, I take this note to connect to this resonance sphere, and this is a way maybe to progress in my intention, like moving to space on notes,
yeah. I got you. Yeah,
And so
and then,
this and my Jens Züger, the gong player, he was too in this stuff, in the same, and so Hans Gusto brought us together in this formation, which was very lucky for he played no electronic instrument, he just played gongs
Yeah.
and hand drum, and I had all this electronic stuff and played no natural instrument, let's say. So there were two big spheres meeting each other and connecting somehow. The acoustic, very ancient way of making music, out of ancient times. There's the sound of the gongs and the very new sound of electronic instruments. So there was a fusion which was very... many things came out of that.
Yeah, and you played there with I think the drummer and gong player Jens Züger, right? Gong at the time was popular as well, right? So it was a good combination, I think, right?
Yeah.
Playing together, and then now we're going back to 214. Then you formed Dream Control with Zeus Hill. That's a very 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 funk and very funky stuff. It's electronic music with a bunch of other stuff, and it's very different. You've been in since what 8 years now, right? From Dream Control, right?
Dream Control is now, it's really 7 years now, I think.
Yeah. How you guys doing with that?
It's great. It's my friend Zeus. He played with Birth Control. You know this band from Germany?
Yeah. You send me the link, and I look in YouTube and look. There's a lot of stuff in YouTube.
And so it's a meeting of two guys who were in the same time.
Yeah.
With a zeitgeist feeling, from the 60s. We were making important stuff somehow for many people.
Yeah.
And now it's another fusion of these stuff, of the German rock element with the German electronic ambient, and meeting together after 40, 50 years, it was... And we lived together in the same town, like 400 meters away.
Really?
Yeah, he lives right there, 400 meters away from me.
Wow. Of course, and you end up meeting many years after that, right? You didn't know him at the time, right?
No, we heard of each other. We knew who we are, but we didn't know this situation,
Gotcha. Yeah. I have listened to the Control. Very very interesting stuff. Very interesting. And I was
I see it's very dark, no?
when you were sitting right there. If you stay there, the lights is good. Yeah, right there. Yeah. And then I was listening some of the track for last night, and what's called Venus di Monaco. And then Cassini Drive.
Cassini Drive, of the Star Sounds from the Cosmic Octave Orchestra.
Yeah, that is very interesting stuff, man.
That's great. Yeah, for this is the last coming out of the Ricochet Gathering scene. Since 2000. Victor Reck?
No. I hear about the Ricochet Gathering.
Yeah,
feel free
he
to
made
elaborate.
this since 2001, and I think it was 2002 when he invited me for the second or third one in Okefenokee in Georgia, and I really like this idea of musicians coming together in the spirit of Tangerine Dream, or people who followed them in making music, inviting musicians and inviting guests to support this gathering. I love this idea really much, and I think I was the first professional to be there, musician, but soon after, years later, there were many other professional musicians to join our meeting, and then 10 years later we did this last event in Berlin This was really amazing and great in the Schöneberger Rathaus near the place where Tangerine Dream had actually made their music. Yeah, and on this way there was this. This is a group formed out of the Ricochet Gathering, you know. Just
I got you right. I need to look in the internet. There is that the Ricochet is once a year, right? It's still going on with the Ricochet.
no, the last one was in 2010.
Oh, I got you. They should continue. That was good if there was success. And,
Yeah, there's such a bunch of music we made, and still nobody is able to put this on CD. So there are only just a few excerpts from all the stuff like Cassini Drive and the concerts from Berlin.
and where as they're no CD, are there stores somewhere? You have copies of the stuff?
Pardon?
Any way to be? They are not going to be released in CD. There's no interest. Or?
Yeah, but there's this Ricochet. We somehow Victor had a label and all the CDs we made. But someone I can give you the address. You know, if you're interested in
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I will send you an email. I will send you an email. Yeah, I would love to listen. I mean, maybe there is some way to be released on CD and on either Bandcamp or Spotify, and then you can make a little bit of money there. You know.
Yeah, but it would be great. But you know, from Polish musicians, you don't know about Polish musicians.
No.
This was amazing time to meet musicians from Poland.
Yeah.
For there was you surely heard of the how was it called? Okay. So Vic lives in Poland today, and
I heard the name when I was listening to some stuff on YouTube, and of course I knew that was
I will make you connect. I will connect you with him for he's very he's not a producer anymore. He's just a friend of electronic music.
Yeah.
But he made all the things possible. So he invested money, you know, to bring us all together. And for sure, you know, there's always a question of money to do things like this, which have no commercial interest. So, but we went to such amazing places, and there's such amazing music.
Absolutely,
with great musicians. So you really should listen to it.
Yeah, definitely. And I wonder if they can the Ricochet Gathering. I need to look into internet how many there were, but it would be great to do one. Another, you know, it's too bad that obviously Edgar passed away, but there are so many good electronic musicians in Berlin, and for like we talked from Manuel Boschin, from Michael Honing, Michael Hamel, yourself, and all the other people from Tangerine Dream, and other people that never belonged to Tangerine Dream, or people from Ra Tempel, Agitation Free, and there are so many good people. It will be good to, if it were up to me, right? I will find everybody and do like I would call it Berlin Gathering, and do it in Berlin, in the plaza in Berlin. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would do it if it would up to me, and do 3 days of electronic music in Berlin. Talk to the city and then put it together. Maybe I would do it.
Okay.
And talk to Manuel, talk to everybody, man. I think it will be, I don't know, maybe some success. I don't know. But
the one I'm in contact with is Harald Groskopf.
I interviewed him, Harold. Yeah, a couple of weeks,
Yeah,
3 weeks ago. He's a
he's
very
very
nice.
nice.
He's a very nice person. I like Harold. Yeah, he's.
You know him, huh?
Yeah, of course. I interviewed him a couple, like, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks. And he
I
sent
see.
me a lot of music, and I bought music for him. I have several album autograph by him. He's a very good person too. He's a very good guy. And yeah, there's a lot of very good music. Like everybody, like the Capital. I don't know, the Capital Electronic Music. Maybe I don't know. Maybe, but will be good
Capital.
too. I don't know. But that's
What?
because Capital of Electronic Music. I mean, because there's so many, many good musicians there. And so many record stores, in Berlin too. Do you plan to kind of the last three questions? I'm quite sure we can talk for hours and hours. So we need to do like a part. This is part one, Steve. We need to do like a part two.
Yeah, for sure.
On a part two, because I want to do like as I say, I'm trying still to get a hold of people from I don't know, Popol Vuh. Um,
Popol
there,
Vuh, that
yeah, there are
will
two
be
people. I
hard to
think there are
find.
two people alive.
I think
Uh,
there are, I'm sure two are dead.
yeah, two are there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know.
I think I forgot the name at this moment, but the drummer who is with was Amol Dul. I need to look at his name, and yeah, will be that music. Popol Vuh music was very very good, and I'm happy that Bernard Herzog ended up using his music. It's
Yeah.
pretty good stuff. So what are your plans for in the near future, Steve? You plan on touring with Dream Control, doing some gigs, release a new album? What is new coming out for Steve?
Um, it's all ongoing, Star Sounds Orchestra is now Star Sounds Continuum.
Yeah,
For I'm not together with the gong player anymore. Too
yeah.
much differences and
Split ways.
split, yeah. But continuing this with a continuum,
Yeah,
with a singer and guitarist. And this is more like ambient and psychedelic trance. We had some concerts this year. They were all cancelled, like in Spain, in Great Britain, and there's just one left. Maybe I hope still it's in Lithuania in 1 month. I still want to go on with this group. This is the heritage of the Star Sounds Orchestra. Just somehow keeping it on
yeah.
in one meaning, in my meaning of Star Sounds Orchestra, to keep that on. Then I have for sure my solo projects with the alien voices, with the singers, overtone singers.
No, I don't know that.
You don't know that? I have to send you a record or a
Yeah,
CD
yeah.
or something.
I will send you a separate email because I'm very interested in getting copy of everything you have done, so I can play it on the radio. In one of the radios, I have one radio, Andromeda Sounds. It's just dedicated to electronic music. Just dedicated, and I will send you a link. And I'm very interested in getting copy of stuff because I want to listen to your stuff. But so you would plan to do that, and what about with Dream Control? You will continue with Dream Control as well?
Yes, for sure. Our intention now is to do this very good, and it's new for us. Like you've seen our video stuff
Of
from.
course, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Well, they're very funky.
yeah, this is quite new.
Yeah, yeah.
Intention to a pleasure to do videos with sound. It's very much fun for me, and so I really like to do this. And now with this film about Freiburg, we're trying to make a serious DVD, something for our town, and
Yeah.
so to complete it in a good way, not only just for live, just for a product.
Yeah, of course,
This
yeah.
is the plan, and for sure with the Dream Control, plans are not so. It's always surrounded about this project. We see what's happening after this, you know. So we have no intentions for, and we play what we get. You know? Last time, it was little hut in Black Forest in last autumn.
Yeah.
We played there, Dream Control for sure. It was only chance to play live last year. There in open air, just in the forest, and this was great. I really love to do just things to. Sorry, I have to. I surely answer the phone, yeah? Okay.
Sure. Take your time. The record. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, you mentioned that there's a possibility of touring again in Lithuania and other places, and
yeah,
will be great, man. Will be great.
And in September there's another project with actually with one guy from Cassini Drive, Bert Olke from Berlin, Spürer, you know Spürer, Wolfram der Spürer?
No.
These are all very famous electronic musicians of the second area from the 80s, you know, which were derived.
You need to send me an
students
email.
of the Berlin school.
School. Yeah, but you need to send me an email with all the names, because I wanna interview everybody, man.
Okay. Yeah, these are nice people. And Rainer von Vielen, he's amazing musicians, and Udo Leis, he's an art very in touch with Documenta in Kassel. You heard of Documenta? It's
No.
a famous art exhibition happening all 5 years. It's the main art exposition in Germany.
Where? Which city?
Kassel.
Where is that? No. But what kind of art is that? What kind of art is that? It's a painting or?
Everything like Documenta.
Yeah.
Like sculptures, painting.
Everything.
Yeah, video art. Very progressive and always very foreseeing of the time in their times, you know.
Yeah.
That's in Kassel.
Yeah, I need
That's
to look it up.
Documenta. Okay, and this another group we formed just 3 years or 4 years ago. We only went by concert. We only met for a concert, and that's what is it called, 70 dB. And this other guys, he who's the artist, he's playing bells, church bells.
Yeah.
And this was a special thing to bring the church bells from Kassel to Berlin, like 4 big church bells, you know.
How they allow it to do it?
He bought the belts, and they were just on a dump for iron. They were belts from the war, you know, like very old and just made of iron, not of bronze. So very cheap, and somehow thrown away. And he bought them, and so you don't need an allowance for it. You just he just bought them, and they belong to him. But we had to carry them to Berlin and bring them there on the stage, and that was really the most challenging thing in this whole event. Yeah.
Yeah, got you. Wow, interesting, man. You have so many stories to tell us, man. What should we?
For sure.
We need to do like a part 2, part 3, part 4, and everything, man.
And this group will hopefully it will happen. We play in September, even open air somewhere out in the woods in Kassel.
Kassel, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will, I need to check it out. I need to check it out, all the other names that you mentioned. But Steve, was very, very nice talking to you. I will send you a link to the video when we're done, and then follow up with email, because I'm very interested in getting your music and playing the music in the radio, and getting a hold some of the names you mentioned here, so I can interview and bring it here to the and. But we need to do like a part two, man, and I want to do a Berlin gathering, my friend.
Yes, that would be great.
I need to get a hold of people.
Get in touch with Vic. I think
Big, yeah,
he still wants to do something again. For sure
yeah,
he's but someday he fell from a tree and broke his leg, and this was concerning him the last 2 years. So bad things happened in between, but he still
interested.
really likes to do something like the old Ricochet Gathering. For this was such a good thing. It brought musicians together to play. Not as I told you before, like. Sometimes it's hard, when you try to express something and you don't find the words. In compare situations, you don't have people comparing each other, but just playing together.
That's
And
right.
therefore, electronic musicians who know these are people who just sit there in their room and are very silent and like to be alone in their space, and not trying to spread their ideas, and not to share their ideas with others. There are such kind of people.
Yeah,
And
and
then
of course,
bringing them together in a
bring it
common
together.
space, and bringing them to make music together. This is your thing, and you together, and this not you and you and you. This is just we.
Dream music, yeah,
This
and
is
of
so
course,
great.
yeah, and of course, Edgar is not with us anymore, but maybe I can convince Jerome Froese, Jerome, his son, to play. In order of his dad, and of course, I interviewed Thorsten, and I'm trying to get a hold of Yoshiko. I interview Ulrich too. Ulrich is very, very nice schnauz. Very good people. It will be good to have a 3 days gathering with, like three bands in the morning, two in the morning, two in the afternoon, two in the morning, and then like 2 3 days.
For sure, I have to add something
Yeah, go ahead.
in meaning of Edgar.
Yeah,
I think you want to know what kind of person,
yeah,
and so I always honor him for that. I told you about our meeting with a band but then later in the 80s I came together with him again in Berlin. I wanted to buy some instruments, and he could give them a bit cheaper to me. So I met him in Berlin, and after the meeting, I phoned him back from Freiburg. I said, I will need a MIDI keyboard. I need a MIDI keyboard somehow. I want to add that. And he said, no, wait. What do you think of Memory Moog? I said, wow, Memory Moog is a great thing, but it's no MIDI keyboard. And he said, yeah, let's try. Wait a moment. I will give you my Memory Moog for free,
Oh,
So that's a way to honor your being with me in the for Alpha Centauri time. You never get something out of it, I never get something really out of it beside GEMA, and so
that was a good gesture.
that was amazing gesture, especially as you mentioned Jerome. Jerome later told me some years ago, yeah, you were the one to get the Memory Moog. What my father told me, he regretted this.
And now it's in your house.
He had this PBG synthesizer he gave to someone. He had the Memory Moog he gave to someone. And another thing, I don't know anymore. Maybe something like a string orchestra or something like that. And he said, "Wow, these were such instruments. Why did I give them away?"
Yeah.
But
I think
I still love this gesture, this memory
cool. Yeah,
move.
I never had the opportunity. I saw Tangerine Dream twice in my life, and with Edgar, I never had the opportunity, obviously, to interview him. Nowadays, I don't know what it is, but nowadays with the Tangerine Dream now, it's a lot of friction. It's a lot of I think Jerome, I don't know if it's correct or not, but maybe doesn't get along with the new people, and I don't know. I don't know.
Jerome is out of Tangerine Dream.
Yeah, of course, I know but he
Yeah,
doesn't get along that well with the
I
new
think
people.
he's right. He's very right.
Yeah, and I think Edgar's second wife, took ownership of the name, Tangerine Dream, registered trademark, and doesn't want to have anything to do with that. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah. She doesn't want to have, especially with me. They don't want to have to do. These were very dark days of Tangerine Dream. Maybe they call it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
The
know.
dark hell days of Tangerine Dream.
Yeah, I
I
bet
don't
you.
know. I can imagine, the way they act somehow. They never cared and always, let's say they don't support me somehow.
Yeah. Well, we need to bring everybody together into Berlin gatherings 2022. That's what I will try to do. I will try. Okay, Steve, it was very nice talking to you.
Claudio, yeah, it was nice talking to you.
I will send you a link to the recording, and then I would love to get some music and to play on the radio, and then we need to do a follow-up interview, like part 2 and part 3. I do like a big documentary, all the German musicians. I'm German, my ancestor came from Germany. I don't speak any German, but maybe I will need to learn between now and then.
So when is it you come to Switzerland, Claudio?
I will try in the fall. Very likely I will try to get there because
In the
as
fall.
as I say, and definitely we'll get together. I will. Harold, as a matter of fact, Harold's always inviting me to Germany, and I need to visit Hermann Hesse's grave, Nietzsche's grave, and visit Basel, to visit the Carl Gustav Jung grave. He was an amazing guy, man. He was a very good psychologist. Way ahead of his time. So I need to
Okay.
visit his grave.
Okay. And
Okay,
remember when you're in Basel, Switzerland,
to find
you're only 60 kilometers away from me, and
I
I
will find
invite you to come to my place, and see me.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Quite sure.
Okay, don't
If you
forget.
come to the United States, you can do the same. Come to Washington, D.C. to play. Well, you're invited here to my house, man.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much, Steve. Have a great afternoon, man.
Yeah, you too. Have a
Appreciate it.
great
Thank you.
morning.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day, Steve. Here.